What type of government does the Yael have?
It is, in a sense, that which is of greatest joy for us. We, in that way, are able to interact with one another very easily without getting in each other's way, simply by doing that which is of highest joy and fulfillment, excitement for us. There is a higher level of consciousness, more expansive level of knowing that is interacting with all of our awarenesses so that we're able to move and function and interact in ways that don't get in each other's way, don't cause problems, don't cause conflict, don't cause friction. And so it happens organically. And this is all a result of, in that sense, knowing who we are and the nature of existence and being in tune with that, following our joy, following our heart in that sense, knowing that the intelligence that is guiding us when we're following our heart understands how to organize everything perfectly and synchronistically in the appropriate ways and the appropriate timing. So we get along and we get things done and we have a fantastic time, enjoyment, experience of life each and every day in a sense. So in that experience, in the way we co-create existing, we don't then the need to be voting or designating some person as this responsibility, another person as having that responsibility. So in that way, we don't then have the need for even banking systems or policing systems or prison systems. We don't have a need for those types of matters because we are always interacting with one another in ways that bring about the outcomes that we are all enjoying in that way. This is part of life when life is being tuned into in its actual unconditionally loving flow, if you will.
Wow, I'm extremely jealous because that is not how it works on Earth.
Understand, yes.
And with that, how do you view our current political and social chaos? Like, how do you see the structure of
it is an
humans?
Outgrowth of your choice to incarnate on Earth, knowing that when you're here, you're going to be disconnected from the awareness of actual nature. So you can explore limitation and separation and all of the mysterious, unexpected outcomes that can flow, not very easily, but more congestively and frictionized ways, and have that experience in a sense. What is that like? And so we see you expressing and co-creating as best you can with a very limited understanding of actual nature. And because it is so limited, you have a great deal of, you could say, congestions, barriers, walls, confusions, holdups that are an outgrowth of your not being aware of actual nature. Not that you are disconnected from actual nature, you simply aren't aware of it, and so you are functioning and co-creating without the benefit of being aware of the actual nature that you are actually always connected to. And this then allows you to bring about a lot of very unexpected, oftentimes very difficult and very trying and very combative types of how are you going to move forward and coexist with all of this embattlement in a sense? Yes. And so we are seeing the result of your choosing to create this earth experience where there is so much disconnection, lack of awareness of your actual nature, which again, before you incarnate, you know you're getting into this mix. You know it's going to be a place where you don't have access to the awareness of actual nature, and you know there's going to be potential for friction and challenge. And to have that type of experience can be exciting when you define excitement in ways that involve that type of being disconnected. It's like, in a sense, coming to Earth as though it was a very large theater where there are many lights of awareness turned on. So you're in a jungle, you could say, that's very dark, and you are trying to get along and co-create things together without having the light of awareness of your actual nature turned on. And so we, in one sense, we can see that, we can be in awe of it, and we see there are times where you, in your world, there are people having a great deal of difficulty, so we try and help you out. And there are other civilizations trying to help you to get away from the stickiness of the being disconnected to awareness of actual nature. And understand there are a few other civilizations that want you, keep you stuck in that lack of awareness of actual nature. They want to keep you disconnected in a sense because they find that very enjoyable. in a sense. So it is then you are finding ways not only to reconnect to awareness of actual nature, but to navigate through some of the other civilizations that want to keep you, in a sense, in the dark, keep the lights turned off, because they have a way of seeing and navigating in that energy that excites them. All the while, they are still not fully aware of their actual nature. And that is part of their choice that they choose before they incarnate. And there is, in a sense, a need to help them. And they have guides and spirit guides and so on that help them so that they don't get too lost in their pursuit of darkness, in a sense. And so, again, it is part of the one that is the all that is the one. And from this understanding that is infinite and eternal foundationally that exists in all of these types of civilizations, mine and yours and all that is existing, it is all equal, not one better than the other. And within all of these civilizations is the ability to become aware of how to flow enjoyably into, as I said, how we do synchronistically interact with one another and co-create enjoyable experiences every day in that sense. So it is something that the one that is the all that is the one that is eternal, unconditional love that is contained in all civilizations and all life is the medium, if you will, the consciousness, if you will, the eternal existence, if you will, that binds it all together, if you will. It is like the ring of awareness, of consciousness that binds all other rings of awareness, rings of consciousness, ringing in your awareness that you are aware. This oneness is in all things. So you're always in this oneness, but not always aware of it. So it is our civilization is here to help you get back to that awareness and to help you hear the ringing of your actual eternal nature so you can more easily be like us, navigating and interacting with one another in enjoyable ways, and facilitate in that process a healing of a few of those civilizations that are trying to keep you in the dark, keep you disconnected, so even they will begin to enlighten up within themselves and be able to feel more enjoyable in how they experience life in every day, because they have some controls over many in your population, but they are not fulfilled in that role and not fully aware of how to get into a place of feeling fully fulfilled. And that is something, then there are some civilizations that are here to help your civilization and some of those manipulative civilizations get back into wholeness and feeling joyfulness. Yes, to at least bring about more choices for all of you to choose consciously if you want to move in that direction or not. And we feel many in your world are choosing to. And when enough of you do that, you're resonating in this place and frequency of consciousness. Again, that brings it closer to the time of contact, first arrivals,